Since the election of Donald Trump, the perception has been that the Democratic Party is in disarray. And we've talked about how they're trying to add more influential voices to the team. They added Bernie Sanders as head mascot, you know.
And who else? Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, she already had a leadership role.
It's a lateral move.
Yeah, lateral move. So their strategy is just to try to elicit more support, bring more people into the Democratic Party.
I mean,
in the same ways that they've always had, which is interesting.
So they want to give the illusion that they're trying to like make changes because of the embarrassing loss that Hillary Clinton suffered.
Very embarrassing.
All right.
So on Sunday, on Face the Nation, John Dickerson talked to Nancy Pelosi about this and asked her about where the Democratic Party needs to go and what they need to do to elicit more of that support.
The Democratic Party is in a moment of questioning about its identity. You were reelected to lead the Democrats in the House. What do you tell Democrats who want a new direction and then go to you? What are you going to do differently?
Well, I don't think that people want a new direction. Our values unify us, and our values are about supporting America's working families. That is one that everyone is in agreement on. What we want is a better connection of our message to working families in our country, and that clearly in the election showed that that message wasn't coming through.
Did she say what I think she said? After being asked, what do you say to Democrats that feel there needs to be a change? Her answer is, she doesn't think there needs to be a change.
She specifically said, I don't think people want a new direction.
That wasn't the question was, what do you say to the Democrats that want a new direction? Well, I don't think they want a direction. But what? Oh, see. So she won't have to deal with the reality
that people
actually want change, new direction. She says they don't want a direction, so therefore I don't have to explain a new direction.
Let's look at what has actually happened. We had the 2010 midterms, right, where the Democrats lost ground, right? Then 2012, President Obama was reelected. Yay, okay. But then 2014 came, and they lost both houses, right?
Both.
Donald Trump, the awful Donald Trump, was able to defeat Hillary Clinton. Now, we've had our opinions about this. I mean, this was, and I've seen articles about this, this was probably the most winnable election for somebody with experience, too. I mean, the most winnable, and Hillary Clinton lost. So, obviously, the way that, the country is going, they wanted change. And the Democratic Party has responded by putting Chuck Schumer as the lead of the Democrats in the Senate. And Nancy Pelosi, who has been there for years, to remain as the leadership in the House.
I mean, it's the primaries showed us that people wanted a change in direction, right?
Right.
I mean, from the jump when Tulsi Gabbard stepped down as co-chair, you know what I'm saying? As vice chair.
Right.
Doesn't that signify that there's some sort of rift within how people view the DNC? So I'm saying that should have signaled it. That signaled it right there to me. And what about even the presence of Bernie Sanders and the issues that he brought to light and the support that he gained, which caused a fracture? You know what I'm saying, in the Democratic Party. So how you gonna sit there and say people didn't want a new direction when Bernie Sanders had so much support? What about the Dem Exit? That movement?
It doesn't matter because they want to win their way. We keep saying this, right? They want to win their way. They want to uphold the establishment politics. They want to uphold the corruption. They want to uphold the money in politics, the pay to play. They want to uphold all these type of things that keep them in charge and keeps their pockets full of money.
And that's the thing. So you think Pelosi was engaging in some sort of projection because she's a pretty wealthy individual herself.
Yeah.
So when she's saying that there shouldn't be a change in direction, and kind of, I guess, putting that on, the Democratic voters, she's actually saying that for herself. She doesn't want to change in direction, but she can't say that.
No.
Because it'll make her look selfish. But
Right.
she doesn't want to change in direction because she stands to benefit.
Well, look. What she said was no different than we've heard before. I mean, you remember years ago, Bobby Jindal, he was talking about the Republican Party needing to stop being the party of stupid, right? And what did they continue to do?
Stupid things.
Yeah, they didn't change at all. Really, what these Bobby Jindal and Nancy Pelosi alike, what they want to do is change their rhetoric.
And
she said there needs to be a better connection of our message.
She said communication. She said communication is the issue. I was like, no, communication is not the issue.
So really, what I hear when she says that is, when the people know that there's a problem with corruption, when there's a problem with money in politics, she doesn't actually want to change that. She just wants to kind of dissipate it.
Okay, so it's
and make it not relevant.
So, like, I guess Bobby Jindal's brand of stupid in Republican Party is one thing. Democratic brand of stupid is another thing. You see what I'm saying? But it's still stupid, right?
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh, so it's like Republicans, for instance, they will, take money from fossil fuels and deny climate change, to whereas like Democrats will take money from the fossil fuel industry and then support climate change. It's still stupid.
Yes.
It's still stupid. Oh man, this shows her.
This shows her hubris, man. This shows the hubris of the Democratic Party not wanting to, or not wanting to change, not changing at all. She has been in the leadership for how many years? And her reelection has nothing to do with the people, because the same people that reelected her have been the same people reelecting her for years. So it doesn't matter if we actually want change or not. We're not going to get it with these same types of politicians in office. And it has no reflection on our wishes.
And how she worded her response tells me she knows good and well the Democratic Party is not actually looking to change anything significantly. You know what I'm saying? It just illustrates how out of touch they are.
They were a corporatist party before the election of Trump, and they will be a corporatist party after.
They're not a corporatist party now?
Exactly.
They're not?
They will remain.
No, I'm just saying. Like I thought they like flipped the script. I thought they just flipped the tables over. They did.